Hello everyone. In this video, we will go through each and every type of lugs and terminals which are used for wiring harness design as well as manufacturing. So let's start with the basic understanding of any lug. So as you can see in this picture, there is a ring lug. It is called ring due to this surface, and this is the wire inserted into it. So the wire stripping length is given as here. This area needs to be stripped before inserting into the ring lug, and after crimping and application of force onto this area with a crimping tool, the visible strands are shown here. So whenever force is applied onto this part of the lug with wire, then the wire gets crimped on through these lugs, and it is ready for its application. Similarly, this is a type of 90-degree bent lug. It is used for similar applications, and the type of this lug is quick disconnect terminal, and it is also insulated. So let's understand in 3D diagrams. So this is a 3D model of a lug, and this area is the this area is the mounting part of the lug. This is where the lug is to be placed, and the diameter of this lug is very important during design. So if we have a M5 stud or a M5 screw onto which we need to place a lug, then we need a similar M5 or little bit higher size diameter of the lug. So let's see here how to calculate diameter. So if you see, this is 2 diameter, so it is M2 lug, and only for those applications or the stud size where M2 is given, only then this type of lug needs to be used. So this is the main mounting hole, and here you can see, here this is the wire insertion part. This barrel is the wire insertion part. So the size of wire is also chosen accordingly for this lug. So let's understand the diameter, inner diameter of this lug. So it is 1 mm. So if we want to use wire, then we have to check conductor maximum diameter. So here we can see in the wire datasheet, for 0.5 square mm wire, we can use 1.1 diameter. Sorry, for 0.5 square mm wire, the diameter is 1.1. And what do we have here? The diameter is 1. So wire, this wire shown here can be used with this lug. The wire and the hole size are very important factors for deciding any lug part number. So if we have a, let's say, 2 square mm wire, which can be seen here in this data sheet. So if we have a 2 mm wire, then the diameter of the wire insertion part should be at least 2 or more than 2. Not too much more than 2, because it will cause a loose connection. So if the nominal cross section is 2 square mm, then the lug has to be 2.2 for perfect fitment into the wire. So this area has to be more than 2 for the condition. So this is a type of non-insulated lug. Here we can see how the wire is inserted in 3D. So these are two ring lugs, and just I have created a wire. So here you can see, due to 3D, the wire is shown up till here only, but in actual practice, as we saw, the wire strands will come uh, up till this position. So this position will be bare conductor. As you can see here, this is the stripping length of the same wire. So this is a type of insulated lug, Insulated lug means it is similar to the non-insulated, but it comes with an separate insulation for protection. So you can see the copper part is here, which is highlighted, and the copper parts get ended here, and this is the insulation made up of PVC material or any type of material. So this is about a ring lug, and let's see the diameter, the whole size of this lug. So this is a 6 diameter, so it can be used for M6 applications, and the wire size of this lug is 9.3 mm. So if we check wire size, which is the 9.3 mm, so we can use around 35 square mm wire for this lug. So this is about the ring lug. This is also a type of ring lug with 90-degree bend. So applications where the wire insertion is from the this side, and the lug has to be placed like on this plane, then this type of lugs are used. So this is called a blade terminal. It is a similar type of lug by design, but this part is actually the current carrying contact of the lug, and similarly this is the wire insertion barrel. This type of lug is called a ferrule lug. So this is usually used in control panels, and the wire insertion area of this lug is this total distance. So if we check the distance from here till here, the distance is 10 mm, 10.5 mm. So the wire gets inserted up to this area, and this is the stripping length. So this part from this plane till this plane, there is stripping length. So the wire needs to be stripped for 6 mm in application for this lug. Now let's understand another type of lug. So this is a pin type lug, and similarly this is the wire insertion part, and this is the actual contact of that lug for current carrying application. And as we saw previously in the PPT, this is the 90-degree quick disconnect terminal. So these are the actual current carrying contacts, and this is the insulation above it for protection purpose, and this is the wire insertion area. The wire will get inserted up to this plane, and then the wire is crimped onto this lug. So similarly this is a spade terminal, and this is used usually in automotive for DC-DC converters applications and fuse terminals where quickly the wire can be disconnected from the application. So this is the wire insertion barrel, and this is the current carrying contacts. So for basic understanding, these are the types of terminals which we saw in this video, and let's see you in another video. Thanks.